This content is brought to you by Westlund Incorporated, helping you create a vision for your life. Hi, I'm Westlund. I help people just like you discover and take action on their vision so they can build a life they've always dreamed about. I find that gratitude is something that we discuss or we highlight at certain times of the year on specific holidays, like Thanksgiving, for instance. But it got me thinking about the importance of gratitude when things just get tough in life and it's hard to focus on because there's so much coming at us all at the same time. Focusing on a habit of gratitude, or in other words, building a lifestyle of gratitude, is more important than just highlighting it once or twice a year. Gratitude is actually a powerful tool in your toolbox. And I want you to think about gratitude in a different way today, to reshape and reframe how you can use it as a secret weapon in your life to finding peace when you enter really difficult situations and circumstances. It's ironic that I'm talking to you today about gratitude when I myself have faced a really challenging season full of change. So I'm not just here to talk about a concept. This is something we all face. It's just a reality that many of us come up against at different seasons of our life. And we have the opportunity to really tap into what it means to embrace gratitude when it's hard. So today I want to talk about a few different ways that gratitude can show up in our lives and even help us through really tough seasons. You might be thinking, how can I develop a habit of gratitude? And what even is that? After all, don't feelings of gratitude just show up when good things happen? Well, yes, that is actually the case. But you can develop a habit by intentionally looking for the good in every situation, every single day. Self-discipline is required to develop a new habit. So if we have a challenge that we are facing and you're used to responding in a certain way with the same words, the same thoughts, the same actions, nothing is going to shift there until we start thinking about how can I develop a different response in this challenging situation. That's the self-discipline I'm talking about. It's about saying, no, I am going to look at this differently. I am going to purposely shift my thoughts in this area. And that's going to take a little bit of planning on your part. And of course, we all know habits are practicing it over and over and over. So you might think, well, I'm just surrounded by problems all the time. How can I even start to feel thankful when I've got so many different challenges? That's actually your opportunity to put it to work. You don't have to wait until your problems disappear to find something to be grateful for. So that's part of the shifting that has to take place here. A new habit will start to form when you intentionally shift your focus to gratitude. But if you're in the middle of a difficult situation or season of your life and you're just tired of things not progressing, gratitude can be a catalyst for change. I remember a few years ago when my daughter was just 16 years old and she was at her very first job. And it was at a local deli. And she had been there for probably a year. And she was starting to kind of get a little bit frustrated with her job. She didn't love it, but it was an opportunity for her to gain some skills working with the public and customer service and all those great skills that we want to have an opportunity to learn. Her desire was to move into a job that was more focused on aesthetics. Handling raw chickens wasn't really what she was looking for. She was also wanting a car because turning 16, getting a driver's license, she wanted to drive herself to school and just gain a little more independence. Very normal stuff. So she had a lot going on and she was just in a season of stretching and growing and just being a little bit frustrated with where she was at because nothing was changing. And then we had a chance to talk about gratitude. She decided, you know what? I am going to be happy where I am. I'm going to appreciate the fact that I even have a job, because at that time, jobs were very few and far between. Many of her friends didn't have a job, but she had a job. Wasn't her favorite, but she still had a job. So she slowly switched her attitude and her perspective to gratitude. And I'm going to tell you, something miraculous happened. As soon as she shifted her attitude, the very next week, a friend came to her and said, I've been telling my employer all about you, which she just happened to be working in a hair salon. Within no time at all, my daughter was able to quit her current job and move into a job that was waiting for her that she didn't even have to apply for. And do you know what else happened? She got a new job and a new to her car. And you can call it a coincidence, but I don't think it was. She shifted her attitude toward gratitude, and things just started to line up. That's a great example of how gratitude can just shift things in your life. Now, even if she had to wait for 6 months or a year, think about how much more peaceful that time of waiting would be. Gratitude can also change the atmosphere around you. When you choose gratitude and you choose to see the good in everything and everyone surrounding you, you can actually influence the people around you in a much greater way. Have you ever been around people that are really happy, just full of positivity, and just have such a great attitude? It is so infectious. I love being around people like that. I gravitate to them. I make time for them. In fact, I have a few friends that are like that, and I will almost drop what I'm doing to go and spend some time with them because I know I'm going to walk away just feeling so much better about life. Gratitude can change the environment and everybody in it. If you're struggling right now with being in a negative environment, that's a tough one, but you have the power and the choice to change you. So let me explain. It's a decision to choose your behavior and how you respond to difficult situations. You may even decide it's time to choose some different friendships based on gratitude. So how can you miraculously transform your life with gratitude? I've just given a few examples of how you can rethink and reshape and introduce gratitude very practically into your life. But when you reevaluate how you look at everything that happens throughout your days, you may find that simple tweaks are going to go a really long way. Instead of complaining about a jam-packed calendar, which I know I have one of those, I've had to reframe it by saying, I have valuable people in my life who love and care about me and want to be with me. When I'm tempted to complain about the time and effort that it takes to clean my house, instead I say, I am blessed to have a house to call home and be comfortable in. Even when I'm working out and I'm feeling really sore the next day and I'm moving a little slower, it's a reminder though that I'm able to move freely and maintain my health and my strength in a greater way. There's some people that aren't able to do that. I particularly have to find gratitude when I look at that sink full of dirty dishes and I think, I just don't want to do those. It can also serve as a reminder to how fortunate we are to have delicious food that sat on those dirty plates. A few years ago, when I had a very long commute to my work, I remember getting into a bit of a habit of complaining about the commute and how much time I had to spend in my car. But when I reframed that and I took the opportunity to turn that around and use the time to learn, listen to great messages and teachings, that shifted everything because now all of a sudden I had alone time. And at the time I was a single parent, so I didn't have a whole lot of alone time. This was my opportunity to learn, to spend time just being in silence, even if I wanted to. What an opportunity. I didn't have that at any other time of my day. So I started to actually look forward to my commute, if you can believe that. If you start flipping the script on complaints, chances are you are going to see a massive shift in your life for the better. It takes self-discipline to rewire how we think. But this habit alone can transform how you live your life in every single way. It brings peace. You may not even realize how much negativity is surrounding you until you start to focus on gratitude. Gratitude will also attract more positive people in your life. You know the phrase, misery loves company. So if you're surrounded by a whole lot of negativity and people that just tend to talk more negatively to you, do a check. Have you become one of those people? Be honest with yourself. It's a good self-check to see how much you're contributing to that conversation. When I used to work in a corporate culture and I would go to work, no matter what company I was at, there always seemed to be a group of people that would hang out at lunchtime or on breaks and just gossip and talk negatively, maybe about the boss or other people that they were working with. And I had to make a choice. Did I want to be a part of that, or did I want to spend my time in a way more positive way? So simple things like that, you might not think too much about. But when you start pulling away from those negative conversations and look at being grateful for having a job, being able to go to a job where you can contribute and build some skills, even if it's not your dream job, it can be a catalyst to working toward it. See how I shifted that? Gratitude is so much more than just being thankful for what and who you have in your life. It can become a lifestyle that transforms you from the inside out and will attract success to you in every way. And it can also help you get through some really hard times when you reframe gratitude and choose to seek that out. If you love this message, subscribe to this channel for more of this kind of inspiration and resources like this. And if you want to join my weekly newsletter that I write specifically for you, you can join that too. The link is in the description. Thanks for listening.